With me now is David Hickey, the Director of Sports Operations at WA.Technology. David, thanks for your time. How have you found SiGMA this year?
Yeah, really good, Matt. Really busy. Really busy, like it is every year. And even for day three, when usually things are winding down a little bit, I found today is possibly even the best day with just a few less people. But yeah, some really good stuff going on here today.
And what is it that you're showcasing primarily here?
So we kind of have a full spectrum of iGaming products. We've got our kind of newly refurbished platform. We've got our sportsbook, casino. We got a lot of fantasy products, including our brand new product, which is the pick and player props, and we also have an affiliate system as well.
So I wanted to ask you about the pick and player props. How does this product differ from other player props products?
Good question, really good question, because I won't lie, sometimes new products are created and they're very samey.
Yeah.
You know, it is the same thing as a lot of the other stuff in the market. I think this is very different. One, it's an iframe solution, so we can plug it in anywhere. So you got a sportsbook and casino, you want to add something new, we can plug it in there. It's its own kind of standalone product, so kind of a little similar to Bet Builder. It's its own little unique product, but where it differs is the flexibility. Very wide range of markets, wide range of sports, and you can combine pretty much anything. So whereas a lot of props products you can't combine related contingencies or highly related contingencies, in most options we will give you the option to do that. Save for a few that are completely the opposite the other, like keeper saves and shots on target. But stuff that's highly related, we factor that into our pricing models, and it gives you the range of markets that you need.
And what are you doing as far as new levels of personalization?
Well, for this product, it's highly customizable. So if you're in, a market where cricket is king, cricket will be front and center. But we'll, based on your action and volume and the rest of your sports book, we'll put soccer next, and we'll make it so that the focus is on the sports that matter for your area. And you can really, if you want to put your own completely customizable front end, we can build that for you. You can name it what you want. There's a lot of elements you can change, but the core part of it remains the same, and that's simple to use. Really targeted in a little way at a younger audience as well, who maybe find, rooting around for props markets quite complicated. They don't know where to look for them. This makes it just that much easier.
And when it comes to that pick and player props product, are there particular markets you think this is going to hit very well?
There are, like, I do think it'll work in a lot of markets, but there's a couple for me I think will be key. One, Mexico.
Okay.
Really keen to try this out in Mexico. We've a few partners launching in Mexico at the start of 2025. I think it'll work great there, because if you look at sportsbook in Mexico, nearly, in these months where the NBA is on, the NFL is back, you'll get nearly a 33% split amongst those sports. Soccer, NFL, NBA, you get a really good kind of nicely weighted across those sports in terms of your volume and your GGR. This product lends itself wonderfully to that. There's a card of high level soccer on a Sunday, you have an NFL card, a full suite of NBA games, and you can combine combinations across all these sports.
Okay. Now, you've also been focusing as a company on Africa. Where do you see the biggest opportunities there?
Good question. At the moment there's a big focus on Angola, there's a big focus on Mozambique. I myself think there's a lot of opportunities in some of the countries that maybe are a little more difficult to get into. Uganda is a big one for me. It's difficult. We're a bit blessed internally with some kind of relatively local knowledge anyway, at least in these areas. But population of nearly 50 million, relatively untapped. I like that market a lot. It's complicated, but we're getting to know the nuances there. I like Tanzania a lot as well. Even more populous. There's still room for growth in that region as well.
And you've got a lot of hoops to jump through when it comes to the regulatory requirements. How do you adapt to that?
Yeah, look, that's really difficult. I'd say for us, what's really worked well in the last few years is we've grown our kind of where our teams are based. We've got teams in Brazil, which really obviously helped with the recent regulatory changes.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a team across Spanish-speaking LATAM, where again the regulatory processes there are different, not completely unique, but they're different, and you need to know that. Africa is probably the most complicated because every single country has a different regulation system. But I think it's having people with localized knowledge has been the key driver for us, because you can't do it all from Malta, you can't do it all from UK or Portugal in our case as well. You need people on the ground who really, really know this stuff in depth, or you'll get hurt.
And what do you think the company's main focus is going to be for 2025?
2025, as I say, a few brands launching in Mexico the start of the year, so quite a big focus there. Our platform has kind of been completely revamped, and that was all with the aim of kind of showcasing that this week. I think it's onboarding, new clients in exciting areas on our new kind of, as I say, more robust platform, or 2.0 if you want. I think that'll be a big focus. Africa, for sure. There's just so much interest in Africa. And as I say, we're getting to know each individual country. We've got some great people working on the continent itself to help us. I think Spanish-speaking LATAM, Africa, and hopefully, of course, Brazil. It's going through its changes. The changes are nearly done. Let's see who else wants to enter that market.
Absolutely. Well, look, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the last few hours of the show.
Thank you very much, Matthew.